Have you ever stared at the ocean, and felt like it was staring back? 3 summers ago, a boy went camping by the sea with his family. It was supposed to be a weekend of laughter and sun. But what they found floating near a lonely buoy was something that never should have been disturbed. It was the height of summer. The campsite sat on top of a seaside cliff, a perfect view of the endless blue. Down below, the beach shimmered in sunlight. 2 brothers, Ethan and Jake, were playing near the shore. Jake blew air into a small rubber dinghy, while Ethan decided to take a swim out toward a buoy floating offshore. A simple, ordinary afternoon, until the sea began to change. Minutes passed. Jake looked up. His brother was clinging to the buoy, shouting something he couldn't understand. Jake grabbed the little boat and rowed toward him. When he reached Ethan, he froze. Ethan's face was ghostly pale, trembling. His fingers dug into the metal buoy like he was holding on to life itself. Jake. Ethan! What happened? Are you hurt? Ethan, panicking. Pulled my arm, girl! Help! Please! Jake noticed blood running down Ethan's shoulder, thin streams mixing with seawater. He pulled his brother into the boat and rowed as fast as he could toward shore. Back at the campsite, their parents cleaned the wound. A small hole, almost perfectly round, as if something had gone through the flesh. Ethan wouldn't stop trembling. When he finally spoke, his voice cracked. Ethan. I saw her, a little girl, floating next to me. At first I thought she was just another swimmer, but when she turned, her eyes. Pause, heartbeat sound. They were black. Empty. Evil. He said. She began whispering. Die, die, die. And then she lunged at him, wrapping her cold arms around his neck. Ethan's words painted a nightmare. He struggled, kicked, screamed, but her hair wrapped around him like living seaweed. It pulled tighter, choking, dragging him under. His fingers brushed her face, and sank into it. Soft, like rotten flesh. He felt her teeth biting into his shoulder. He thought he was going to drown, until his hand caught the buoy. And that's when Jake found him. No one believed the story. His parents said it was heat stroke, a bad dream. Jake thought maybe Ethan was delirious from the sun. But that night, when Jake closed his eyes, he could still hear the ocean. And somewhere beneath the waves, the whisper of a little girl giggling. 2 weeks later, the wound on Ethan's shoulder hadn't healed. It swelled, dark and oozing, as if something inside refused to let go. The doctors ordered an X-ray, and saw something lodged deep within the tissue. They said they'd have to operate. Hours later, the surgeon came out, face pale. We removed the foreign matter, he said quietly. Your son will be fine now, but... Father. But what? Doctor. You should see this. He led them into a small room. On a white cloth lay something dark and wet. A tangled mass of long black hair, and tiny, white teeth. Mother, gasping. Oh my God! The doctor looked sick. These were inside your son's wound. Ethan recovered from the surgery. The wound closed. The fever passed. But he never swam again. Even years later, he refused to go near water. He said sometimes, when it rains at night, he can hear her voice whispering near his ear. Come back, come back! I still remember the look on his face that day, pure terror. And I still remember that thing the doctor showed us. That hair. Those teeth. Proof that something, or someone, from the deep had reached out and touched us. Now, every time I see a buoy floating in the ocean, I wonder if she's still there, waiting for another swimmer to drift too far. The sea never gives back what it takes. Be careful what you touch. Because some things beneath the waves are still alive.